Hello, I'm Sean Waterman with FedScoop TV, and today we're at the Red Hat Government Symposium, and I'm joined by Dr. Joseph Ronzio, who is the Special Assistant to the Chief Health Technology Officer of the Veterans Affairs Department. Joe, welcome to FedScoop TV.
Thank you.
Let's start by talking about the theme of today's conference, or one of them, which is the victory of open source. So has open source won at last?
In the VA, we're predominantly pushing open source as our primary mode. We open sourced our EMR system, so we're pretty much there.
So in the VA, anyway, the open source is victorious.
It's working on the back end. Front end, a little difference. Obviously, we're not running Linux desktops yet, but no government agency, to my knowledge, is.
Okay, but the back end, the servers, and so forth. With that, let me move on to another big theme today, and that is mobility. Talk to me about what's involved in a mobile deployment in a huge organisation like the Veterans Affairs Department.
Well, we're still struggling with that in some aspects. I've been involved with the iPad deployments, and we've got quite a number of devices out there. Last I heard, and I've been out of the game a little bit, but we were over 10,000 devices installed by the government. However, we have a lot of software and systems that allow people to utilize their own devices. It works very well. There's always some hiccups. I mean, all technology depends on bandwidth, connectivity, and whatnot, especially over cellular and Wi-Fi systems. But it works very well. I predominantly use a lot of the mobile technologies myself. Have my iPad in the bag over there, and it makes it very easy to get into my email, get into my systems, and see what's going on.
That's great. So the convenience is definitely a big factor there.
Yes, and there's still some, some people are wholeheartedly on board, where they just see it as the way that they're going to do business. And I hate saying it, my boss, Craig Lugart, and the former Principal Deputy Undersecretaries for Health, Dr. Robert Jesse and Jim Tushman, they definitely see where that is and how that's going. But some individuals really want to sit down at a full computer and have multi-monitor setup, which I can't say I'm against. I do that at home myself, and I'm one of the crazy people that has 3 or more monitors going at any one time.
Thank you. Finally, let's talk about agile development. It's a bit of a buzzword at the moment. What does it mean to you? What does it mean in the Department of Veterans Affairs? What's agility?
Well, for me, I actually predate my business experience. So where we're going to have a small group to get together and turn something quick that had some functionality. In the government, that's not so easy. That's actually really complicated to do anything quickly, because you've got to get contracting. Do you have staff on board? Do you not? And a lot of people have made decisions not to work in government, so we have to work with industry. We've had a different take on it in my office with the Chief Health Technology Officer, so Mr. Lugart, where we're actually working with industry very collaboratively, and we're targeting that 5 and 10 year out, what's going to be the bleeding edge at that time. So we want to know what people are thinking up in their labs today, and most of the vendors I work with and the people I collaborate with, they're like, well, why don't we just move it today? I'm like, that's nice, but then once you develop it, once we work in collaboration of how we're going to actually revolutionize healthcare, then we need to figure out how we're going to get it on a contract vehicle and how we're going to procure it. So really, agile software development kind of becomes very difficult in the government space. But that doesn't mean it doesn't happen. There's been some very good initiatives by Kathleen Frisbee and Neil Evans that have done amazing work for getting some mobile applications out to the market.
Well, thanks very much, and I hope you have a good conference.
Thank you very much.
That's all for now. You can see more of FedScoop TV on our website or our YouTube channel.